Hello Rattler Parents and Guardians. This video is to provide you with information about how to access Canvas, which is our current learning management system primarily for students in grades 6 through 12, and to provide you with general instructions for using Canvas as a parent or guardian in the role that Canvas calls an observer account. Please note that all links mentioned will be provided in the description section of this video. Let's visit the intro course located at smcisd.instructure.com/courses/13378. Here you will learn more about your new Canvas Observer account as well as how to use Canvas. The first page is your welcome page. It provides you with basic information about what a learning management system is, why teachers are using Canvas, why students may benefit, and how you may benefit, as well as a video about all the cool things that we can do with Canvas. Once you're finished reading, you may click the indicated button to begin the course. Note that this course is open to the public and you do not have to sign in or register to access these materials. On how to navigate this course, you will learn the basics of how to get around. There's an overview of the Canvas interface, and it describes this vertical menu bar on the far left, which is called the Global Navigation Bar and contains links to your dashboard, calendar, inbox, and help. It is always visible no matter where you are in Canvas. The next vertical menu is called the Course Navigation Bar, and it will vary depending on what course you are currently viewing. As you continue to scroll, you'll get additional information about what modules are and how to navigate once you enter the modules. We are on the first page of the modules, so we can click on Next to proceed. Once we get past the first page, then we'll be able to see the previous button and be able to navigate back and forth among the pages of the modules. You can also click on the link called Modules in the Course Navigation Bar to access the modules view. From here you can jump around. If you're not able to finish this course all in one sitting, you can utilize the modules view to pick up where you left off. I'm going to skip to the page called Prefer a Different Language, Prefiere Español, for just a moment. This page provides information about how to switch your language preference for the Canvas interface, but if you want the content of the pages to be translated as well, you may wish to use an extension such as Google Translate instead. If you scroll to the bottom of this page, you will find instructions on how to do so, written in English as well as in Spanish. Let's go back to the page called Types of Parent Access. There are different ways that you can access Canvas as a parent. You can access through this interface, the web portal, on any device which can access the internet. It is a more detailed view. There is also an app, and we'll talk about that a little more later on. You can choose either one of these in order to access Canvas. If you'd like additional information about these two options, you may click the link at the bottom to read more. The next page provides some background information about observer accounts. Please note that in early February of 2020, all parents and guardians who had active accounts in Home Access Center should have received a welcome email from Canvas. Campuses were provided with a letter containing login instructions to distribute to parents. If you did not receive the letter, it is attached at the bottom of the page for your reference. That being said, if you did not have an active account in Home Access Center, or if for some reason it was not associated with an email address, username, and password, you may not have an Observer account yet in Canvas, and the following pages will guide you through how to do so. Before creating an Observer account, please check to see if you already have one by attempting to log into Canvas using your Home Access Center credentials. Also, if you do have to create a new account, your student must log into Canvas first and obtain a pairing code for you. The next page, called How to Sign Up for a Canvas Account as an Observer, guides you through the process of what your student needs to do to get the pairing code. Once you have that, you will visit this page, smcisd.instructure.com/login/Canvas. When you open this page, you may want to bookmark it to allow you to access it more readily. You will click on the link above the login area to create an account and then fill in the required information. Please be sure to use your full name, first and last name. You'll also enter your email address. You get to set your own password, so make sure it's something you'll remember. The pairing code is from the process you just completed with your child. Once your account is created, if you have additional children, then there are additional instructions available to walk you through the process to link your account to other children. Once you've registered for an account, this is what it's going to look like. You will need to use this URL every single time, smcisd.instructure.com/login/Canvas. When you receive email notifications that one of your child's teachers has posted an assignment or announcement, and you click on the link directly from your email, you will be directed to a page that looks similar to this if you're not already signed in. Clever is a service that we use here in the district to allow our teachers and students to have what's called single sign-on access. They simply log in here and it allows them to access various websites without having to input their login credentials every time. However, this service is not extended to parent accounts. So if you're ever redirected to Clever, go back to the link to log in for observers. Again, smcisd.instructure.com/login/Canvas. Once you've logged in, you will always start at what is called your dashboard. You should see all or most of the courses in which your child or children are enrolled. Then, if you want to go back and access the link that is contained in an email from Canvas, it will now take you directly to the announcement or assignment that was referenced in the email. So, some tips and tricks while you're here. I have 2 children in the district myself. So one of the things that I've done is I've put nicknames for each of the courses. If you click on this triple dot area in the upper right corner of any course tile, you can apply a nickname to the course. I've put my child's initials at the beginning and shortened the name of the course. You also have the option to change the color of the tile. You can use this to color code the courses, such as making all of one child's courses to be one color and all of the other child's courses to be another, or different colors per subject. It is totally up to you. You can drag and drop these courses and put them in whatever order you would like, such as by child, alphabetical, or maybe even according to your child's schedule. Again, customize the courses on your dashboard according to your preference. There are a few additional options located in the More Options menu for the dashboard, accessed by clicking on the upper set of triple dots. You can remove the color overlay, which seems to be on by default. I don't like having it on, so I've turned it off. You can also switch from card view to recent activity to see if you like it better. I like the card view. In the upper right hand corner, you'll see a section called Coming Up, which contains upcoming assignments based on their due dates. Anything that's been recently graded or provided with feedback will show up in the area directly below that. All of these items are clickable for direct access. You can click on the course tiles to see all of the content that has been created for your child by teachers, such as assignments, quizzes, pages, etc. Understand that as an observer, you will only have access to view this content. The intro course contains specific information for you about what you can and cannot do as an observer in the section called Observer Role Functionality. Let's go back to the course and take a quick look. These pages will give you information again about what you can do as an observer as well as what you cannot do as an observer. I'm going to skip past this page as I've already demonstrated how to navigate. The next page is called Canvas Parent App, and it gives you a brief description of the Canvas app for parents. Note that they do call it Canvas Parent, not Observer, and the color of the icon is blue. Let's take a quick look at the app itself. When you're searching in your App Store for Canvas, there are 3 different apps. Again, note that the parent app is blue. The Canvas app for students is red, and the app for teachers is yellow. Once you install the parent app, you will have to indicate your school district. Be sure to select San Marcos CISD for parents. You will then see the login screen. Enter your credentials. Be aware that the app is somewhat limited compared to the website. As you browse through the various courses that your students are in, you will be able to see the overall grade for the course. This is not the official grade. Official grades continue to be housed in Home Access Center. These are simply the grades that your child has earned for assignments in Canvas. Also in the app, you will only be able to see assignments that have due dates. Any assignments created without a due date will not be visible from the app. Let's return to the intro course. The second to the last page contains a how-to guide in a printable format. It's the bulk of the information contained in this course in one document for you to view. If you don't see the preview as shown in this video, you might not be signed in. There is also a link that you can click on to access the document. Either option allows you to view the document, and if you prefer, you may print it out for your reference. I am working on a Spanish version of this document that will be available soon. The last page in this course contains some links and resources as well, including the complete official Canvas guide for observers and some specific topic pages that you may find useful. That's about it. Please feel free to refer back to this video at any time. Canvas has lots of useful information in their guides. If you are a parent or guardian of a student at SMCISD and you'd like additional information, or if you're having problems accessing or creating your account, you can call our help desk at 512-757-8880. Thanks for watching.